And welcome back. We are getting ready here for the third place match. We're going to see Reed Spring versus Oak Grove R6. Both teams were in the finals last year, played in beautiful sunny Mexico, Missouri. But however, Reed Spring was not able to advance. They were bested by Bishop DuBourg. Oak Grove won last year against Bishop DuBourg in a very intense matchup. On the other side of the bracket, you're going to see Bishop DuBourg going against Christian Fellowship. So both teams here are getting their picks and bans, and we will be off and running very shortly. You're going to see Oak Grove throw the player Toon, who will be fighting as Pyramithra here into this first matchup, and you're going to see Dubious playing as Joker. So you saw Dubious playing both Piranha Plant and Joker in the matchup against Christian Fellowship, and you're going to see him go play as Joker here. So we will be off and running soon, and we'll be right back.
I guess the arena shut down because
Okay, we're back. Little map issue there, but we're off and running now. You can see Dubious there on the right. Little messy mob ahead he is there. He's going playing as Joker. He is doing battle against Toon, who's playing as Pyramithra. So we are playing in the third place game. So if you're Reed Spring, a chance for once again history to be made. I'm on the wrong game here as we are practicing. You're seeing the practice game there.
Oh my gosh, this guy just does not approach, and when he does, it's so
And, sorry, we are dealing with some technical difficulties on the MOSEF end, but I do believe we are off and running now. Both fighters are in the middle of the arena. We can see Dubious there playing as Joker, using that demon thing there. Qualatina is able to, Pyramithra, sorry, Pyra, able to get on the map, working to the right side of the map. Able to recover, Joker using that distance attack. Unable to create some damage, does a good job of defending and getting out of it. And not losing any hit points there. Both fighters now to the middle. A lot of back and forth here. Good big kick. You can see Dubious has been throwing that kick maneuver quite a bit here in this matchup. Good block there by Mithra, but now he's got him on the left side of the map, takes a big hit, and takes the first stock. So Reed Spring off and running again, as they have done all year. Very consistently taking the first stocks in all of their matchups, just about. So a fast start team and looking to capitalize and continue to roll with that momentum. Dubious locked in. Already has Tune up to 59 on the damage percent. Dubious recovers on the left side of the map. He's up on the left platform, established in the middle. There's that red fiery thing. Good block there by Mithra's attack. This is Pyra. I thought Pyra was the red one. Oh, well, I'm a silly little goose. That's Pyra. Reverse the color, so I will never get this correct. So. I don't know why you just said it like that, but okay. Okay, guys, I don't understand. I don't watch whatever that is, a show, cartoon, whatever. It's a game, whatever. All right. Guys, I used to play Madden growing up. That's it. That's what I know. Madden NBA Jam. All right. Anyway, so I'm getting razzed over here. Pyra. Yeah. Pyra up to 146 damage. Now let's just say Tune, the character, Tune the player. Second stock taken by Dubious. Dubious likes to have a little chatter when he's playing. Doesn't like to quiet. So I'm sure him making fun of me while he's playing is helping motivate him through this. He plays better by hurting others, especially me. That's what I need to do. That's my role here. So be it. Continue to work on the middle there. Great job. Uses that grapple thing. Catches Pyra off and in the air. Pyra on the right side of the stage, able to recover back on, and does follow up with a big hit there on Joker. Joker lands, blocks, continues to stay a little bit out of the danger zone, blocking and staying away from Tune's attacks there. Now though, Dubious in a bad spot on the right side of the map. He does recover. A mistake there by Tune to not capitalize with him off the set, off the stage to the right. Probably could have gotten that stock right there, but gives Dubious another chance to counter and potentially take the third stock. What? Okay. Oh, good. I love that view. Both players to the right here of the screen. Both in the hundreds. It's a very deep red now. Tune up to 122, 135, 136, 137. Points just rolling up. Can Dubious get that third stock taken before he gives up his first? A 3 stock here to start in the opening set would be tremendous for Reed Spring and their conquest for third place. Has off the set at 153. Both fighters working back to the middle of the map. Both trying to avoid, or seems like they're trying to avoid the platforms. Tune back and forth, can't really seem to find an opening. There's a weird eye maneuver, a big hit there, and that's the third stock. And that is a big start for Reed Spring and Dubious here, as Dubious gets the third stock. 3 stockers, they say in the industry here, and once again another fast start. It's been Reed Spring's MO all year, is to get off and running and get ahead of their opponents, and once again they're doing it. So we will come back and start the second fight of the first set here of the third place matchup. All right, both teams are starting to get their bands made. Waiting to see who Oak Grove is going to throw out for this second set. Dubious, I love the comments. He's already started his first band. Before Oak Grove's made their pick, Oak Grove has made their pick. The J, playing as Piranha Plant. That is Dubious's other character. So let's take a look here across the state, looking at Bishop DeBerg and Christian Fellowship. Currently,
I know this matchup so well.
Currently, Bishop DeBerg has 3 wins. Christian Fellowship 3 losses seems to be their story for their entire season, and they'll have Silsey going up against Roz the OK as Bowser. So it'll be interesting to see how that heavy with Bowser goes against their Silsey. So
You'll never guess who they're playing.
who?
Only the character I know the best.
So you can tell Dubious is feeling a little cocky, a little confident right now. He is loving himself. He is loving himself. I'm just giving him a hard time. I'm just trying to get him to insult me so he can win.
Is it called?
3, 2, 1, go!
I'm just. Man, you guys are defending him to the burger. I was just making a joke. Goodness. I'm getting run out of the room. I'm just taking it over Friday. Here we go. We'll switch that over there. And you can see Piranha Plant, who Dubious knows like the back of his hand. Working to the right side of the stage, has Dubious in the air. Dubious able to recover, but then gets knocked back off of the big old spiky arsenal. Oh, and then he catches Dubious on the left side of the stage and sends him off. So right there, the first stock taken by the J. But we got a lot of fighting left there. You can see Dubious has gotten Piranha Plant up to 86% on his damage. Definitely wants to get a stock there, but he stands and takes that projectile from the Jet. Working the right side of the stage. Dubious able to get back on the stage, but really hasn't, I think, found his footing in this matchup. Although he was so confident about it going into it. But he's got Piranha up to 122. Now he's starting to catch some of the timing there from the J between the distance attack and between his projectile attack. Big hit, gets him off stage and takes a stock from him. So now both fighters at 2 and 2. And Dubious with a high damage count would love to get definitely some points evened up there before he potentially loses that second stock. I'm gonna just sit and eat a Starburst while I do this. Piranha Plant gets back on the map. Both fighters in the air to the left. Now working to the right side of the stage. Dubious damage count up to 129. The J up to 83. Both really working back and forth. Really fun battle if you're watching at home. Watching 2 really good fighters just work back and forth, open up an attack and find defense. But Piranha is able to get that second stock first. Although Dubious has him at 119, 126. Has him in the air, but was off stage and had to get back on stage and couldn't really take advantage of the J in the air. There's some kicks and a throw. He tries to use that long distance attack, but he misses. Gets back on stage. Joker follows it up, and Dubious sends him off the set for the second stock. So both fighters now with 1 stock left going into the end of this match. And both now in the 40s in damage. So not only did Dubious get that stock, but now he is quickly right back on the aggressiveness, right back on the attacking side of that, not playing defensive or off, and taking the game to him. So he's got Piranha on the right side of the map. Piranha plays the extended attack and gets gets Dubious in the air, but unable to capitalize off of that. But Dubious catches him off of that jump and now has him in the air on the left side of the stage. Bronner playing with the helicopter recover. Dubious doesn't take too much, is able to counteract that. Catches him in the air, big old smasheroo, and he's gonna send him packing for this setup. So a big win by Dubious there, and he has one stock remaining, and he will take that into the third fight of this first set when we come back. We are getting into the third fight here in the first set in the third round matchup. We have, if you're just tuning in, scoring at home, we got Reed Spring versus Oak Grove, our sixth. This is the first time that these two schools have done battle. They were a couple of matches away from doing battle at state last year, but you had Oak Grove and Bishop DuBourg playing for the state title last year, which Oak Grove did win in exciting fashion. This year, you've got Reed Spring and Oak Grove playing for third place, and we've got Bishop DuBourg and Christian Fellowship playing on the other side of the bracket for first place. Little update here between Bishop DuBourg and Christian Fellowship. Silsey has gotten his first win against Bishop DuBourg, so it is 3 matches to 1. This is where they have played all year, is playing from that fourth spot. That 4, 5, 6, 7 matchup has been what Christian Fellowship has used to win their games. So we are getting ready to do battle here in our matchup against Oak Grove. You're going to see Cloudburst playing as Cloud. Hey, jump twice. Going against Dubious playing as Joker with 1 stock remaining. So you're going to see Dubious take his 2 jumps, and then they'll be off and running. So Cloud here. Some shenanigans here before the match. Go take your job. I know. Blaze doesn't charge up. Some borderline gamesmanship there. As the rules state, you're supposed to remain still. A little movement there out of Cloudburst, but all in all, we're good. Both fighters are starting, and both fighters are off to a hot start, both in the 40 to 50%. Both have a little charge-up bar. You can see what that looks like. Cloud's got his little blue light special. Ooh. And a good attack there, a good follow-up by Cloud, as he's got Dubious in air. Ooh, I thought he was going to try to go for a spike. I think I fall for that every time. I don't know if they actually meant to, but I fall for it. But he doesn't do it. So, both fighters will be back in the middle of the map. Dubious up to 107%, trying to avoid that little green sword attack. He would love to get a stock. He's got to work a little bit from behind if he can get 1 stock out of here. Either way, he's done a major part for Reed Spring in taking the first 2 matches. He now has Cloudburst off on the left side of the map. Both back on and recover, and both return more to the middle of the map. Good block there by Dubious, although he does not block the second attack, and that's the one that gets him. Both fighters in the hundreds. Cloud with a big grab and attack has him up to 135%. Doesn't go for that smash off the side. Joker now reestablishing, has him at 133, 134, and takes one stock there from Cloudburst. That's a big stock to take because he's now setting up his second player. We're now on the right side of the map, and a big old axe chop there out of Cloudburst, and that will be the end for Dubious in this matchup. He'll bow out, but not after taking 7 stocks from Oak Grove and off to a great start, which is what Reed Spring needed to rebound in this matchup. So we'll be right back. Reed Spring's going to reshuffle their order, and we'll see who they decide to enter into the arena.
Choose your fighter. Isabel. Choose your fighter.
Welcome back. We are getting ready to start the next fight. You're going to see Cloudburst playing as Cloud, and you're going to see Ashton in his debut here in the 3rd place game with Isabel, and they are making their bands and getting ready to set up. While we're waiting, let's take a look here on the other side of the bracket, and Bishop DeBerg able to do what Reed Spring couldn't, and that was to defeat Silsey as that anchor position. So Silsey does what he does. He goes through two of Bishop DeBerg's players, was unable to take on all 4. So Bishop DeBerg wins it in 6th, and they'll be getting ready to start up in their second setup here. Reed Spring and Oak Grove are making their bands. Reed Spring has made their pick, and we're going to see Cloudburst and Ashton with a Q doing battle at Final Destination. So you're going to see Cloudburst take his jump. He's going to have 2 stocks going into this matchup. Ashton will have all 3, so once he stops blinking, then the fighting will begin. Cloudburst playing his character very aggressive. Did a really good job of taking his matchup to Dubious. Dubious did a great job of setting up and getting a big stock. We only had 1 to go into that matchup. And so we're going to look to Ashton to continue that run and hopefully take 1, if not 2, in this set, and put Oak Grove behind the 8 ball in this first matchup. Both working to the right. Does a great job with Isabel and catching Cloud and gets him off stage. Unable to capitalize though. Some big hits. Big old jump twirl attack there out of Cloudburst. Now he's got Isabel on the left side. Isabel was holding off on the edge, so he missed the big multi-swipe attack there out of Cloudburst. And both fighters really just back and forth here in the middle of the map. Ashton recovers back on with that balloon swing, but unable to. Ooh, there he goes. I say unable to catch up, but he does get a couple spots. Gets Cloud in the air, gets a couple big hits. Unable to continue to run that. Both swinging and missing. There, Cloud catches a big sword throw. Ashton does a good job of getting him off the map so he can recover, but having a hard time getting back on the map now and maintaining some sort of consistent attack. Does a great job of blocking, using his defense. Cloudburst there, worked to catch a maneuver, but missed. Both working blocks. Good follow-up there, both at 100 in the 140s now. Cloudburst able to get back on the map, but Ashton catches him in that charge and takes the second stock. So now with Ashton, he's got all three, although a high damage count. He's using that net and the fishing line to try to get Cloud back on the stage so he can attack him and throw him back off. Cloud did a good job of getting back on stage, using some pauses and using some timing and some blocks to allow himself to read the mishap by Ashton. He does get that first stock taken, so now Ashton with 2, Cloudburst with 1. Now working the right side of the map. Cloud has him in the air, follows up 2, 3, 4 hits. Ashton gets back on the stage, but unable to reestablish himself. Now he gets back on, blocks a maneuver, and then gets Cloud in the air, uses the fishing rope, hits him again in the air, and following to the right side, Cloud does recover back on, uses his block, but then Ashton just times it out and attacks it with his projectile. Tries to go for the fishing net, misses. Cloud capitalized on the miss. And so a good little back and forth spurt. Now both fighters kind of seeming to play a little bit of defense and read the other's maneuvers, and both working out the right side of the map. Both blocking, both adjusting and waiting. Cloudburst moving back in and back out. Great job using the fishing pole by Ashton, and he's gonna send him off the map and send him off and take that third stop. So great job there by Ashton. Being patient, not getting flustered when you lost that stock, and not getting thrown off with the timing when Cloudburst doing a good job of using his blocks and playing back on stage. So we are going to get to the next match here in just a second. We'll see who Oak Grove picks, and they'll deal with Ashton with 2 stocks when we return. Okay, welcome back. You're going to see Ashton take his jump. He's going to carry 2 stocks here as he goes up against CWZ playing his little Mac. Both players new. Like I said, this is the first time. This is the first time that these 2 schools have done battle. Ashton right there follows up where he left off, takes that first stock from CWZ, and a big old right hook there by CWZ, and Little Mac gets that first stock taken now for Oak Grove in this setup against this Ashton in this fight. Excuse me, tripping up my words a little bit. Both fighters really different styles here. Little Mac, a brawler with wants to play close. Not a big, strong recovery out of him. Isabel with a lot of different tricks and gadgets can play. Really kind of plays different styles the way Ashton plays it. Can play up close, can play at a distance. So, gonna be interesting to see which one can really establish their style. And that's what Little Mac does. A big old massive uppercut. And that's gonna be Ashton's third stock in this matchup. And when we come back, Reach Spring will pick their next fighter. And you'll see CWZ return with Little Mac with 2 stocks. So we should be back very shortly. All right, we are getting ready to get set up and go here. You can see Fano there on the right side of the screen wearing the ball cap. And we are getting ready for picks and bans to be made. You're going to see Fano playing his hero, going against CWC with Little Mac. Little Mac has 2 stocks remaining. They will be doing battle as we wait for this pick here. Oak Grove had the bans, Reed Spring will have the pick. Some big debate here in the war room, if you will, the Showdown, as they make their pick. And it's going to be Smashville. So you're going to see Fano playing his hero. Once again, Fano there on the right with the hat, going against CWZ as Little Mac. Little Mac will have 2 stocks. So you're going to see him make that jump off the stage. And then you're going to see both do battle.
Think about that. Yeah, it kind of.
One, go!
All right, there you go. Both fighters enter. There you can see CWZ takes his jump, and now that he's done blinking, they're gonna get after it. So CWC is the 4th fighter here for Oak Grove in this first set. He's gonna want to get real close and use those big, powerful punches that he does. You can see Fano trying to work some space, work some distance there, playing as his hero character. It's been his main for most of the year. He has played a couple other characters, but this is definitely the one he loves to go to, and has really developed the character the last 2 years. So, but there's a little bit of rhyme and reason to playing this character, so you have to be aware of what to select when his little menu option comes up there, and select it quickly. So, both off and running, both now in the 90s. You would love to get this first stock taken from CWC before you give up your first, just to give yourself some leverage here. Big punch there, both knotted at 2, but once again has a high damage there for at CWZ. Now at 142 as he catches him off stage, follows up with a big attack, and now he's got CWZ with his back to the wall and 1 stock remaining. And for Fano doing a really good job of keeping his damage count down now in this second. Once again, a big punch, a big spike there by CWZ, and takes that second stock from Fano. Fano's in a good position. He can play and win this. If he doesn't, he's done his job with getting CWZ down to 1 stock. Both working the left side of the map. Catches Little Mac in the air. Wants to stay away from that big punch. A really good job there by CWZ. He's got that KO meter running. Fano wants to stay away from that big punch and not take it if he can. Now sitting at 120%. Recovers onto the stage, doesn't get hit, catches some lightning in a bottle, throws the sword, and takes the 3rd stock from CWZ. He's going to send him packing and looking for somewhere else. Might I recommend maybe looking for a loan from Table Rock Community Bank, our bronze sponsor, or Southern Bank, our gold sponsor. Both wonderful supporters of Reed Spring ESports and Reed Spring students. And we'll be right back and get the second sheet started in this 3rd place matchup. Hello, hello, hello. We are getting ready here for the next set. We are looking at Oak Grove here. Oak Grove R6. In the second set, Reed Spring is going to lead in their first four with Fano, who you saw in the first set. Fun fact, you're going to see this match start with the one that ended the first time. So we've got Fano playing as Hero and CWZ playing as Little Mac. Reed Spring's going to go with their roster up, not in any particular order. BWP, Otto, Fano, and Dubious. That will be Otto's debut in the playoffs here, as he has kind of taken a back seat as a leader and allowed other players to play because of matchups. They will be doing battle against Cloudburst, the J, CWZ, and Toon. So you have the same two setups you saw in the first match. So it'll be interesting to see what changes are made by fighters and who can get off to that early quick lead here in this third place game. Looking at the other side of the bracket in the championship match, you've got Bishop DeBerg currently with 3 wins and 2 losses going against Christian Fellowship with 2 wins and 3 losses. They are in the exact same place as they were every other match this year, where Silsey is just playing that anchor spot, absorbing what he can and coming out victorious. Silsey currently going into this matchup with 2 stocks. He is going against Roz the OK, who was their third fighter. And Roz the OK will be starting with all 3. So it'll be interesting to see how that matchup goes. Real quick look at Fano there. You can see on the camera. We're going to transition out of the match. And once again, how we ended the first set is how we're starting the second. And Little Mac with a quick start and takes that first stock. So Fano's going to have to maybe adjust a little bit of his playing style. Seems like maybe CWZ has picked up on some things and adjusted the way he wants to play his Little Mac. That has been his fighter all year long. And now catches another big hit, but not enough to take the second stock from Fano. It jumps off the stage, uses a punch recovery to get back on stage, follows it up with a multi-hit punch, and now has a large advantage against Fano. But Fano with that ability to sometimes pick some major damaging maneuvers, and he has already closed the gap now and has taken a stock from CWZ, and both fighters are at 2. So, back and forth matchup, and now Little Mac following up and takes that second stock from Fano. So both fighters going back and forth, neither one afraid of the other. Just two combatants going right at it. Once again, you can see that menu option changing for Fano. That's one of the big ways that he can get some major big hits and take stocks quickly from his opponents. He used his timing really well to take that first stock from CWZ in this matchup. Waiting for the right things to land, but CWZ right now taking the bulk of the offensive to him. There's a big old purpley thing, and that puts a lot of damage there on CWZ, but not enough to take that second stock. And if you're Fano, you really want to try to avoid that KO punch. You want to avoid that KO punch and try to get that second stock before you take that damaging blow. You know at some point he's going to throw it. Takes one shot, not as damaging as some of the others, and avoids it, but can't avoid that one. And that's going to be the third stock taken by CWZ, and off to a quick start this time is Oak Grove. So generally, Reed Spring is the one who gets off to a fast start. A little bit of a struggle here, but the one good thing that he did was take one stock from CWZ and at least puts his next guy in a position to have an advantage. We will come right back here as Reed Spring looks like Otto is going to be coming up next for the E-Wolves.
here's
But
what
you guys would never know
everybody
because y'all
agrees
didn't play. Y'all, huh?
that everybody agrees.
Yeah,
That you
because
would
I
not
didn't get
have.
to play. Because you guys all just hit on me constantly in this game.
that's if you got extremely.
Here's how. Why do you think you earned that? You
I don't know.
You
Because you
earned
guys
the
never
fact
let me
that
play.
we don't believe it.
Yes, yeah, y'all never believe me.
Because we don't. We don't.
Exactly.
Because of
Exactly.
your performance that you put up.
Because y'all. Sorry that my character is luck-based, and sometimes I play against the best player every single time. And Anson's results? Oh, no matter what, how bad they are.
That's not true.
Okay, how many times did Anson? How many times did Anson?
How many did you
play?
take?
Pierce.
How many times did I play?
Pierce. Holy cow. Drop it.
I thought we talked about this, and I didn't get to play at all in the first game. The most important one. Like, and when I
That was what
when
I
won,
said. No one is not. I'm not gonna say no one can play, but I'm not gonna know what we decide. We'll get that in the match. That was the exact thing that I said to you.
in the first set.
Choose your fighter. My left. Three, two, one, go!
We are working here in the second set of this third place matchup. You are seeing BWP playing against the J, playing as Piranha Plant. BWP, once again, does a great job of being on the aggressive. He loves to come out of the gate fast. He loves to use the different matchups that Violet can take advantage of. He's got his arrows, he's got his long chainy spiky thing, and BWP uses those arrows really well. Recovering on the right side of the map, gets back on the map, reestablishes, and avoids the long attack from the Piranha Plant. Piranha Plant working, does get back on the stage. Looked like he may almost miss that one. Sometimes BWP can do that. He can make you second guess yourself. It comes down hard on top of Piranha Plant and takes the second stock. And so now if you're BWP, you're really in the driver's seat. You want to take a third stock, you can take a third stock. You can three-stock this. You're going to be really in a good spot. It's where Reed Spring wants to be and needs to be going the back half of this second sheet. BWP continue to put the pressure on Piranha Plant, playing well at a distance, avoiding that long distance attack that he has, and avoiding it and then countering it really well. Using his arrows, unfortunately misses on that one. Piranha Plant gets the first stock taken from BWP in this setup. And he recovers, but waits his time, makes a great attack, but it's not quite enough to get the stock. Follows it back up again, two massive hits in a row. Has the J on the end. Takes that third stock in a very unique situation. We have three big smashes, but not enough to get the third stock. But finally, persistence pays off, and BWP gets that third stock from the J. So he will send the J out on this second sheet here and give Reed Spring a really good position where both playing as their third fighter. So he's going to go into this next matchup with two stocks against whoever Oak Grove R6 chooses to play. So we'll be right back in just a few seconds and be ready to go. Welcome back. As we're getting ready to pick, you can see a little discussion going on here with the Reed Spring team as they're picking their bands and getting ready to start. You're going to see Toon playing as Pyra Mithra, and I'll go and be the first to announce here on this stream, and maybe globally, just joking. Bishop DeBerg has won the Class 1 Smash Spring Showdown. They did defeat Christian Fellowship and Silsey in 2 sets. So, congratulations to Bishop DeBerg for their back-to-back, or almost back-to-back, state appearances and wins. They've been a consistent attendee to the Spring Showdown, and a nice job to Christian Fellowship for their 2nd place finish in state. So now, in my opinion, the most important matchup of the night, see who takes 3rd place. That's the game that everybody really wants to see as Reed Spring is getting ready to enter the next fight here against Oak Grove R6. We could go up 2 next year. Both teams are making their bands. The pick has been made. Oak Grove has selected Small Battlefield. So that is where BWP and Toon will do battle. See BWP getting comfortable, getting relaxed. A little bit of that flow and that bounce going. And he's ready to rock. Waiting for Oak Grove to put their chip in the ring, and then we'll be rocking and rolling here in no time. Now, BWP does have 2 stocks, so you will see him jump once before the fighting begins, and we should be doing that shortly. Seems to be a little bit of a hesitation delay. There we go. Now they put the chip in, and now we're ready to go. There you can see Dubious sliding in next to BWP there on the screen. Both getting comfy. Both ready to rock. Just one. So, BWP is taking his jump, and we are underway. Which one's that? Is that Pyra Mithra? That's Mithra, okay. No, we're learning. Don't give me a sarcasm. I don't, but they changed the color. I don't know what the... Do you have different hairstyles? Oh. Did you just say she has a ball? Okay. Well, you know what we learned today is that Dubious knows his haircuts. And he knows his piranha plant. Huh? We need to ask, would Brielle agree that's a bob? We'd ask her. What is happening? A bob and a curl. Okay. We'll verify that with the student audience historian here and get back to you. Here we go. BWP working his attack. Once again, off to a fast start. Does a great job of avoiding the attack there by Pyra, and gets off the platform, able to make a hit. Pyra with the laser back and forth attack there. You can see BWP using those arrows. He loves to use those arrows. Gets Pyra off stage. She is able to recover, or they are able to recover. Had a chance to maybe take advantage of them in the air, but they allows them to get back on stage. However, follows it right back up with an arrow attack. Good old sword swipes. Both characters kind of back and forth, moving and grooving, dodging a little bit. It's got Pyra and Mithra now. I think that's Mithra, the short hair, kind of the bob, in the air, and takes the stock. So, both players now down to 2 stocks. BWP came into this matchup with 2 stocks, 1 stock taken. So he is the first to attack and take a stock in this set between these 2. Sword throw misses, but catches that one. BWP uses his chain to recover. Uses that chain to grab and spike. Now both fighters in that high 60, 70 range there. Good sword, fire sword, circle thing, attack. And has BWP up to 90. There charges that arrow. Doesn't land, misses that block. Gets back on the stage on the left side. Switches back to Pyra. This is just, I'm just trying to watch that one. Now it's Mithra. And I think it does like a bobblehead. Almost at the end, I don't know. Guys, I don't know. Maybe it's a ball that's pulled back. Maybe? I don't know. Anyway, either way, you know, BWP's got to bob and weave some of those attacks and try to take that next stop. Yeah, that was good. We're on the left side of the map. Has him in the air, takes the second stock there from Toon. And now he's got two with one stock remaining. This would be a great opportunity to capitalize if he can get that third stock before he loses as his second stock. That would really put Reed Spring in the driver's seat going into the back end of this third place battle. Ooh, there's that charge there. That you can see right there. Back to back, uses those arrows, doubles up the attack damage that Toon had on their character. Able to really kind of chip away now. Does a great job of blocking, staying away from that attack. Doesn't hit that next arrow, but it's enough to delay and give him a chance to defend that attack from Toon. Both fighters kind of switching sides back and forth a little bit. Ooh, had him on the platform, was unable to use the chain to grapple and attack him and throw him. He's used that really well in this matchup and all year. Once again, does it complement really well with his arrows. It's another one. Has Toon in the air, unable to grab with the chain. Uses the arrow to get him in the air. Both fighters kind of work in that middle. Has Toon on the platform, unable to take an aerial attack there. We're just back and forth here. A lot of dodges, a lot of misses. Oh, a lot of bobs. BWP gets knocked off the map, gets back on. There's that fire sword. Oh, catches him in the air. That's what he's looking for. Gets that damage up to 92. He's got some leeway with those two stocks. He can take some risks here if he wants, and risk losing a stock and knowing he's got the advantage, and Reed Spring has the leverage they want in this matchup. Pass to the left side of the map. Toon does recover and hold on, and this is where BWP can really use his skills and technique when players do get on that ledge and kind of rough up their timing when they try to get back on and recover. That's really where he can capitalize. Like I said, with two stocks, he can play around a little bit and take some risks maybe if he wants, knowing he's got one on the back end and he's got another player still in the lineup to take the back end of this second set here. Both are still dodging. We're under a minute left. This might be one of the longer matchups we've had here. You're at 50 seconds now. Oh, there's the second stock taken. So BWP really want, I don't even know what happened. In all the years I've done this, we have never had it on timeout. So that could be interesting. Be better just to take this last stock. Oh. BWP on the ropes a little bit. It's getting a little tense here in the Showdown. But there's the big supercharged arrow. And BWP is going to send Toon packing and out of real estate. So that is the end of that matchup in a very long endurance race, if you will, in that set. But BWP works his magic, takes the stock, and he's going to end with one left. So now, that's going to set up Cloudburst. That is the fourth and final fighter for Oak Grove R6 against BWP. And we will see that hot action right when we come back. Okay, welcome back. You're going to see BWP take his 2 jumps off the stage there. He's going to have 1 stock. He is dealing battle with Cloudburst, playing as Cloud. Yeah. I'll submit it to the rules committee. We'll chatter here in the Showdown. It's been a long day, but we're rocking and rolling here, bobbing and weaving. You got BWP with his 1 stock going against Cloud and Cloudburst. I'm gonna forget which one is which. Cloud is the character. Cloudburst is the fighter. We'll switch this over. There we go. So Cloudburst. BWP takes the first stock there from Cloudburst. Once again, a fast start. This is the 4th and final fighter for Oak Grove. For Reed Spring, you've got BWP finishing up his leg, and then you have still Dubious playing the anchor this time. So Reed Spring has playing with house money, as we like to say. They've got all the advantages in the world. They can take some risks here. They can be aggressive and play the games that they want to play, maybe even play off a little bit and kind of force Cloudburst to play maybe differently than he wants. They are wanting to make sure they secure this win and secure 3rd place, which would be record-breaking for Reed Spring ESports. Both working the left side of the map. Oh, good little attack there by Cloud. Misses the recovery, and now it's 1 stock to 1 stock, and this could be the match. This could be it right here. BWP, although he's got a long way to go, he's got a high damage count against Cloud, but it only takes 1 mistake or 1 big smash, and that can change everything. Tried to get the smash there, he missed, but thankfully recovered, throws Cloud off stage, goes with a big hit, and takes the 3rd stock from Cloudburst.
No hesitation.
And that is how you close out, ladies and gentlemen. So, and I will say a big congratulations to Oak Grove on their season, and a bigger congratulations to Reed Spring and their 3rd place finish, which is now the highest finish in Reed Spring Esports history. So, congratulations to these gentlemen here, the year that they have had and the run they've had for the last 2 years. And we will see you next spring. And until then,